Hello students, good afternoon. Welcome to the third part of the chapter, some basic concept of chemistry. In this part, we will discuss about law of chemical combinations, in which we will discuss about the first law, that is law of conservation of mass. So according to this law, during any physical or chemical change, the total mass of the product obtained is always equal to the total mass of the reactant taken at the beginning of the change. Means according to the law of mass section, the total mass of the reactant and total mass of the product will be same in all respect. That is known as law of conservation of mass. For example, you can see here, in the case of calcium carbonate, when it is heated, then it gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. If you will sum or calculate the atomic mass of all elements on both the side, means reactant side and product side, then you can see here that the atomic mass or weight of the reactant will be 100 gram and product also will contain 100 gram. So you can say that in the case of any reaction, the mass of the reactant and product are conjunct or they are same. Okay, other example you can also see here, after combustion carbon dioxide, carbon, it gives carbon dioxide. The weight of carbon plus oxygen is 44 gram. Like that product, it also contains 44 gram. Okay, second is law of constant composition. So a chemical compound, no matter from which source is obtained, always contain the same element combined together in the same definite proportion by mass. Means for any compounds, it was either obtained from natural resource or either from lab, it doesn't matter, but when they will combine with each other and form compound, then they always will combine in the same simple whole number ratio. Okay, that is known as the law of constant composition. Okay, now for example, water composed of two elements, hydrogen and oxygen, in the ratio of 1 by 8 by mass. Pure water obtained from any source, example hand pump, well, rivers, spring, sea, rains, artificial in the laboratory, always contain hydrogen and oxygen in the same fixed ratio of 1 by 8, 1 is to 8 by mass. Okay, similar other example you can say, carbon dioxide can also obtain from the various resources, but it can obtain by burning up carbon in oxygen and give carbon dioxide. Okay, so you can say that elements will combine in the simple whole ratio, either they are obtained from natural resource or from artificially. Now third, law of multiple proportion. So according to this law, when two elements combine to form two or more compounds, then the different mass of element which combine with the fixed ratio of other element be a simple whole number ratio. So according to this law, when two elements will combine, then they will combine in the simple whole number ratio. Okay, let us consider an example, two elements carbon and oxygen, when they combine with each other to form two compounds, carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. In carbon monoxide, ratio of carbon and oxygen 12 is to 60, while in carbon dioxide, the ratio of mass of carbon and oxygen is 12 into 32. Therefore you can say that they bear a simple whole number ratio. Ratio of masses of oxygen which combine with the fixed masses of carbon in these two compound will be 16 is to 32, means that is 1 is to 2, which is a simple whole number ratio. Okay, so they will combine in the simple whole number ratio. Number 4 is law of reciprocal proportions. So when two elements combine separately with a definite mass of a third element, then the ratio of their masses in which they do so is either the same or some whole number multiple of the ratio in which they combine with each other. Means you can say, when two elements combine separately with the definite mass of the third element, then the ratio of their masses will be a same whole number ratio. Okay, for example, you can see here, in H2O, the ratio of mass of H and O is to 16. Like the water in SO2, the ratio of masses of sulfur and oxygen is 32. Therefore the ratio of the masses of hydrogen sulfur which combines with the fixed mass of oxygen, which will where 4:32, or you can say 1:8, where H and S some combines together and they form H2S with the ratio of the masses hydrogen and sulfur is 1:6, or you can say simply it will also will equal to 1:2. Okay, 1:8. So they will combine in the simple whole number ratio. Hydrogen atomic number 1 and sulfur atomic number 32 combined with oxygen to form water, and combined with sulfur dioxide to form sulfur dioxide, oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. So water content 2:16 whole number ratio, and sulfur dioxide 32:32. Okay. Now fifth law is Gay-Lussac law for combining volumes. So when two or more gases react with one another, their volumes bear a simple whole number ratio with one another and to form a volume of the product. Okay, and provide all the volumes are measured under the identical conditions of temperature and pressure. Means when two or more gases will react with one another, then their volumes will bear a whole number ratio. For example, H2 and Cl2 form 2HCl. So one volume of H2 and one volume of O2 will combine to form two volume of HCl. Means you can say they bear a whole number ratio. Okay. Now, Avogadro's hypothesis. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.